Butthole After Dark.
Scott, the great Brandino, Cage's Rage, Star Lamar, Wet Dreams, Penis Black Holster, 30, Go check out.
Welcome, everybody, and sit down for an episode of The Butthole After Dark by the Buds for the Buds. I think it's going to stick.
Oh, I love hearing that intro. Man.
And in this episode, we have a very special guest with us. It's none other than Magic Matt.
What's going on, boys?
Is that what your gal pal calls you?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, pull out those handcuffs, Magic Matt.
Oh, yeah?
No, she calls me Patchez94.
Oh, that's hot. What about Chocolate Poo?
I like that one, too.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't like a little Chocolate Poo?
Where did you come up with that name again?
A long time ago, when I was probably, 10, 11, I used to play a game called The Sims Online, and my brother's buddy came over, and he's like, why not make it Chocolate Poo? And so, that's what it's been for a long time. Up until Patches in, high school.
Star Lamar, over, under, 5.5 times Matt's jerked off to The Sims.
Over. But I thought the story when he started talking about playing something when he was 10, 11 was going to go way differently. So I'm glad it was about The Sims.
Your brother
there's a lot
told
of
the
perverts
dog
in there.
turds were Tootsie Rolls out in the yard.
Oh, fuck. Or the Yellow Snow's Mountain Dew.
It's not. Anyway, welcome everybody. We have Matt here on for a reason because, well, for one, Matt's a decent fan of the Butthole. We know Matt, Magic Mike, Magic Matt,
Magic Matt.
Magic Matt.
Magic Mike might be copyrighted.
That could be.
Definitely.
Oh, there goes our fucking YouTube part of this.
Cut that one out, Gage.
It's cut.
But Matt wanted to talk about the one and the only Nikola Tesla. Is that pretty good Serbian?
Nikolai or Nikola?
Nikola.
Nikola.
It reminds me of Modern Warfare 2. Wasn't one of the dudes named Nikolai?
Yeah, that's why you're saying it wrong, though.
No. I'm
'Cause
saying
he is
I'm saying
Nikola.
pronunciation.
It's like Ricola with an N.
Tomato.
Potato, tomato.
So
who is this guy?
yeah, Matt, tell us a little bit about the Nikola Tesla.
Did he invent the autonomous car?
Oh, no. That's
SpaceX, is that him?
No, that's your friendly Elon Musk.
He's got a good birthday.
He does, I hear. Tyler, you've never heard of Nikola Tesla?
I think he used to build machines for magicians.
What's your profession again?
I'm an electrician.
Oh, that's kind of weird because he's one of the founding members of Three-Phase Energy.
Is he?
Yeah.
But Edison just did it better or what?
No, Edison, he was a DC man. You know the differences between DC and AC, right?
Okay, this is not an electrician
Yeah, one
conversation.
comes at the beginning of the band name and the other comes at the end.
Yeah, Edison didn't.
Alternating and
DC
direct
is like
current.
Batman and Superman and
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
AC is Amari Cooper. DC is Derek Carr.
True.
Is he trying to shame you right now on your own podcast?
I feel like he's
Star?
coming on. He's trying to.
I just know Tesla made a machine for a magician that allowed. They thought the machine was going to be something that could transport a human being, but in reality, all it did was duplicate whatever was being in there. So magicians
I'll talk about that.
would use it as illusion tricks.
You're talking about the Manhattan Project.
I'm talking about the documentary The Prestige, starring Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman. But we'll get to that
would
later.
Would that be a documentary?
It is.
Or a short film?
It's a documentary based in, early England. But Tesla was in America. Is he American? Where's Tesla from?
Tesla, he is from Serbia.
Serbia.
the Serbian Empire back in 1856, roughly, give or take.
Damn, he's old.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
What day was he born on?
Huh?
What day was he born on?
I don't know the exact date.
Why the fuck are we talking about this guy? He's old as fuck.
yeah. Did he?
I'm
invent,
still waiting.
like,
I'm
time
sure he was
travel
a
or
child
something?
molester or something.
Does he like
This is
pizza?
Butthole After Dark.
Do you like pizza, Matt?
No, I don't.
Okay,
Shit. Bull fucking shit.
Nikola
Yeah.
Tesla has to have something pretty cool about him, right?
Born July 10th, FYI,
Oh,
for the record, which is right next to Magic Matt's birthday. Is that why you like him so much?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I
tell us
think
more
he's a
about
pretty
Tesla.
cool guy. I mean, what do you guys want to talk about? His inventions?
Yeah, why is he important? What did he do? Give us a overview of it.
So basically, he comes from Serbia, and he just comes right over. He was living in Paris at the time when he did his electrical engineering degree. He was actually working under Thomas Edison, which becomes his rival later on in his life. So when he comes over, and then he gets a job with Thomas Edison again. And he comes to New York City, right?
Yep.
And then Tesla basically was in charge of making a better way to do a light bulb. Because back then, if you know DC current, the longer it travels, the more you lose voltage, right?
Yep. This is gripping stuff.
I believe that's AC, bud.
Actually, AC stays consistent. That's why we use AC energy on your power roads nowadays, because it stays consistent at the 120,000 volts that it is.
So my question is, did Edison invent electricity or found electricity or however you want to go about
No,
saying
that
it?
was Ben Franklin.
Edison did not. He started the light bulb.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Now, they had electrical engineering
Before electricity?
before the light bulb and everything.
I don't know about that. I'm sure they did.
So when did he join Edison?
Huh?
When did he join Edison? Do you know? He said he came over.
Worked under him.
When he was in Paris, he was putting in these like power stations in Paris right away, right?
Yep.
Because at the time, Europe was starting to get power there, moving from the old lantern to electricity. So everyone did Edison's energy, basically, which when I was researching it, which was kind of weird, they called it like, what was it? Like a light bulb installer, basically, but those were utility people. That's what his job was. So he would go and build substations, but they called them light utility people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because they were just worried about lighting. They didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got together, right? They were working together. They got the band together, and then
What created the feud between them?
Yep. And then when he came over, Edison didn't like the way that he was making the new light bulb. So basically, after they had their little feud, it was all because of like a really high bonus. Tesla thought he deserved it, so then Tesla decided to go work on his own, and then he patented the light bulb. Actually,
so he stole it from Edison.
no, he made his own light bulb patent. He started up on his own, and then that's when he starts up on his own. That's when you really notice like his importance, because his first big invention, and this goes to AC energy. Nikola Tesla didn't actually invent AC energy.
Who did?
I don't know the name.
Oh, okay.
You want me to find it real quick?
No, it's fine. I think that there was an alternative feud. I don't necessarily think that the two got upset about Edison being jealous of Tesla's light bulb.
You think there was a woman involved?
I think it was a cold 4th of July night.
Jesus.
They were hanging around a fire. And I think Tesla said, I bet you $20. My dick's smaller than yours. Edison naturally
The bet.
took that bet and shook that hand, and they went out back, and that's where the woman actually came in to judge the Pinois, and
by women, you never my fucking mind.
and I think that's where the feud began. Edison was now jealous that he lost or won, depending on how you look at it, the small dick contest.
And I do believe Edison was one of the original founders of the cabal, too. And Tesla knew about all this and was trying to expose him to the people. And that, he got silenced quick because it's the cabal, right? And so now Elon Musk is basically showing that I'm also...
It's not Elon Musk.
What?
Different Tesla.
No, but that's what his company's called, Tesla, because of the power and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's true.
So Elon Musk is not a descendant of Nikola Tesla.
This is
that
true.
they've
Stars
hidden
speaking
in
facts.
the bloodlines, and now he's actually going to be the leader that exposes the cabal.
Yep, it's real. Star's right.
So, do you think that Edison was a big pizza fan? Is that why he wanted to go over to the France area and work?
Well, pizza and France don't really go together.
I know, but you're in Europe. You're just a stone throw away from Italy.
It's
Italian.
So did they ever fight, physical fights, or was it just like a work?
It was kind
feud?
of. It wasn't. They never hated each other, but they considered each other strong rivals.
Rivals.
A good rivalry is good, though. I mean, creates growth.
Yeah. And I'm sure, obviously, I learned about Edison in high school. I didn't learn about Tesla.
They're trying to hide the stuff from Tesla, though.
Is there a reason that he's being blacklisted?
Oh, just you wait. We're going to get into it.
Matt will tell us.
There's a deep conspiracy with Tesla.
Yeah.
Well, so now, normally, you all know I work for a living. Or travel
Was that a
for a
shot
living.
at
not
one
work.
person in particular? Or?
Oh, because one of us doesn't have a
Fuck
job
you,
right
Matt.
now.
No, I meant travel.
Just so you bitches
Travel.
know, I work for a living.
I meant travel. So
Robin,
norm-
why don't you?
where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, I travel for work, right?
Yeah.
You guys know that.
Well, you
so
say
normally
that.
on
I
my
haven't
drive
seen it.
trips, I listen to the Butthole Podcast,
What a great listen.
and then
Where can you find that, by the way?
you could find that I go to iTunes.
Nice. Apple Podcasts. You're smart. You know where else you can go, Matt? iHeartRadio, Spotify.
YouTube, Google Podcast.
But if
Same
you're
right here.
listening right now, you probably know all that.
This is true.
But anyways, I was listening to a Tesla podcast, and
He's making podcasts?
no,
He invented podcasts.
Oh my god, Tesla's so cool.
Where was
Self-driving
I
cars
going
and
with this? What's
podcasts?
the last question?
Matt's going to get pissed.
I said, why is he blacklisted, or why is he not spoken about in the same vein as an Edison? Growing up, I learned about Edison in science class. I didn't learn about Tesla until the Prestige came out.
It's
Is he
cool.
just
You said it
not
already.
quite-
Edison created the New World Order.
But I think Matt knows a little more.
Because he's in it? Matt, you're in the New World Order?
No,
Okay.
Did Edison win the rivalry? He came out on top.
Edison must have won,
No.
right? That's the one we all learned
okay.
about.
So the rival was there wasn't a strong rival between Thomas Edison and Tesla.
What?
The strong rivalry was you guys know those cheap TVs, the Westinghouse TVs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, the between
Oh,
the
because
battle of
Gage
the
doesn't have a
current.
job. He buys cheap TVs.
Sorry, who owns the Vizio and who owns the Samsung?
Vizio is up and coming. Samsung's on the decline. Scott had a Samsung TV that shit out on him in a year.
That's not true. It still works. It's pretty shitty, but it's the lights turn on.
My
Patches.
Vizio.
94. There was a World Fair back in the day held
I'm getting to that
in Niagara Falls. And who won the war? Just who?
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Who was there and who won
We're
the war?
getting ahead of ourselves. Let Patches go.
All right, go back. You travel for work?
Patches, who is there and who won the war?
Just FYI,
AC.
people can't hear
AC
you whispering.
Yes, and Tesla backed AC theory.
It registers.
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
did.
Look at mic number 1 on the thing right there. It's reading.
Okay, and how did he win that war?
We'll know
What did he
Thursday.
do that made
Goddamn right we will.
AC come out victorious?
They'll be able to hear this too.
You tell me, Gage.
DC would have used a shitload of power to light up that whole entire fair, and AC could do it for a fraction of the cost, which is why he proposed that AC should be the systems used in America. He also proved how dangerous DC was by killing an elephant live.
Did you also hear about when
That's
New
fucking
Jersey,
extinct all the elephants?
at the state pen
Just
when they were
one elephant
starting
at that fair.
killing?
Was it
when they were-
Dumbo's mom?
No, Bambi
There's
lost.
Dumbo.
Bambi lost his mom. Dumbo still had his mom.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Wrong Disney movies.
So that's what I know about Tesla, but what do I know? I'm just an electrician.
I'll need to
Unemployed
go
one.
watch some Scooby-Doo porn and get caught up on that Bambi Dumbo thing.
That's not Scooby Doo.
Oh, well, I'll go watch it anyways.
Was Tesla involved in anything cool like the Tesla car or podcasts?
You know what? Fine, fuck it. We're going right to the inventions. You guys want to know the cool shit?
Well, yeah, that's what we're here for.
Okay, so these are his patents. So when he died, he lost the FBI basically stole a lot of his patents.
Which
from the
FBI
family.
agent took it in specific?
Guys, they're in on it. Let him
No, I'm
continue
serious.
the story.
You know that there was an act in what was that 2008?
Freedom
Where-
of Information Act.
Yep.
Was it before or after the housing crisis?
I think it came like
During.
right after, or maybe during, or like right before.
But that's when they started spilling out his patents, and then they sent it back to his home country. They have a museum there.
In Serbia?
Yeah, and some of those patents were
I believe they
fucking
pronounce
insane.
it Zerbia
Like
with a Z.
Like stuff
Like-
that
Like
they
bison.
currently use.
Kind of.
I mean, I'm saying this motherfucker had a patent for a death ray.
What?
Yeah.
Did he ever? Is that how he killed the elephant at that place?
No,
Was the death ray DC current?
no. The man just had the most goofiest inventions in the world. It's like, yeah, he's the founder of an AC motor, AC Energy, one of them. And then he comes up because he was fighting against Thomas Edison because he didn't agree with nuclear power, and he designs a fucking death ray that could shoot you from halfway around the Earth.
He was going to kill Thomas Edison with the death ray?
Is it like satellite?
So
No, this was during World War II. that
dude
they were-
was like one screw loose away from destroying the world. Is that what you're saying?
basically.
I'm trying to picture this death ray. Is it more like the gun in Nazi zombies,
That's what I was thinking.
or is it more like the Death Star?
Ray gun?
Is it like a
the
big
ray
thing?
gun? Yeah.
Is it a handheld thing, or is it like a large military weapon?
Well, he lost a small dick
picture a
contest, so
really
I'm
big
assuming
li-
he's trying to overcompensate. It's a large death ray.
You know from Austin Powers? The
really long and
laser
really
beam?
The laser beam, yep.
It basically kind of looked like that from what the pictures I saw.
Lots
like
of
that.
girth.
Lots of girth.
So not a hand, not something that they're just pulling out of their back pocket. And
And you said he created that in World War II.
He didn't create it, but he was starting to. But then the motherfucker died. But
Did he kill himself with his own death gun?
Is there
yeah.
is there a conspiracy around how he died, or did he die of like natural causes, old age, something like that?
there is a conspiracy. Just a minute.
Oh, now you got my attention.
I gotta go to this page. Just a minute. I'm sorry, boys.
I feel bad now.
Why do you feel bad now?
Because I haven't listened to a goddamn thing you've said.
Oh, well, whatever.
so did he have all these patents in different countries?
I mean, I heard the death ray part, Matt.
So basically, what did you say?
Go on. So you're you're talking about his inventions.
I fucking love this shit. Matt's just the
Patch is
mastermind.
shook.
I'm just.
It's okay,
fucking-
man. It's your first time coming on the Butthole Podcast. I can get Scott can be a little intimidating at times.
I'll edit out anything that makes you look bad.
Holy fuck, dude. You didn't even get to the half of his inventions.
Yeah, because he keeps getting interrupted.
So he did the death ray, the Tesla coil, remote controls. He was kind of the founder of that too, right, Matt?
Yep. So he invented basically he invented a controlled boat with just the controller on his hands.
So he's like the founder of RC cars, then, essentially.
Basically, yeah. He's the founder of
Radio technology.
hydraulic or water powered generators, like Gage was talking at the Niagara Falls. That's all his generators there.
And then he invented like wireless telegraphs and shit like that too. So kind of
exactly
like text messaging.
And his big invention before he died, the main reason why it failed is because he lost funding on it, was the free energy for the world. So basically, if you read just like a paragraph into it, basically says that he's collecting energy from the earth and the atmosphere and sending it out so that you get like wireless energy, so you wouldn't have cords running so you wouldn't have power lines anymore, or any of that stuff.
That sounds cancerous.
5G.
Right? Doesn't that sound like 5G?
Yeah, it says here, I'm actually looking at what you're just talking about. It says in 1901, he secured $150,000 from J.P. Morgan to build a 185-foot tall mushroom-shaped tower on the north shore of Long Island, capable of transmitting messages, telephoning, and images to ships at sea and across the Atlantic Ocean. That's pretty ahead of its time.
Definitely.
And that's not even like backwards engineered alien stuff, which is where I think we got all of it in the first place.
And then he also helped invented the X-ray machines.
Oh, for doctors' offices and clinics and everything.
I was reading a thing, and it said that he accidentally invented the mechanism for X-ray machines, and he thought when he took a picture, because he was actually with who's the author of Tom Sawyer?
I don't know, Shakespeare?
No.
Aristotle?
It's a fake
Mark
name.
Twain.
Fake name, yeah. Mark
Yeah.
Twain.
Mark Twain. He was with Mark Twain. He took a picture of Mark Twain, and it was a fuzzy picture. And like half a year later, the X-ray machine came out in Germany. The inventors in Germany. He said, "I already had that technology," and he didn't even know about it. He just accidentally made it.
It says here he made an earthquake machine.
Yep. So these are the inventions that never did get built. His earthquake machine. The thought camera. So basically, if you have a thought, it would take a picture of it.
Oh, God, that's dangerous.
Right?
I can't even imagine what Gage's like printer would be printing out if we had thoughts
It would
of that.
not stop. That fucker would be
It would
smoking.
just be, as Cardi B would say, some wet ass pussy.
Basically.
Sources say that it'd be a lot of WebMD.
Fucking wireless energy, which we already got in. Artificial tidal waves. So you could generate the power from the tidal waves.
Yeah.
God damn it. Could you imagine all the fucking
And
pictures in this butthole?
Is that artificial tidal waves the same technology that they use at water parks for wave pools?
I'm assuming so. It
Basically just a big push.
basically high explosives at sea to generate tidal waves so vast they would capsize entire enemy fleets.
So, dude created a lot of shit.
Yeah, the
Now-
supersonic airship.
Now, there's a theory out there that he created a time machine. Yeah, time machine, right? And so that was kind of towards the end, right before he passed, right?
Yeah, and you want to know what's funny? I kept looking into it, and you just can't find anything about it anymore.
They're hiding it.
Because I remember, what was that, like 2 years ago, you'd find it on the internet everywhere. And now when you try Googling, like even if you Google Tesla time machine or Tesla Baron Trump time traveler, you can't really, I couldn't find anything. Maybe
Whoa.
you guys can find anything.
Tell me some more about this Baron Trump time traveling.
Well, I only know, you probably would be able to tell the story a little bit more. You know
All right,
it a little bit more.
It was 1895 in the streets of downtown New York.
Cold 4th of July night.
On a cold 4th of July night, away from the fire, Scott dropped his pants.
Ew.
So check out these twigs and berries.
So
No,
I was able to
Check out this grub worm.
bypass the firewalls that you're talking about. I searched Tesla time machine, and I got like a ton of results.
Maybe it's because
Where?
you haven't searched it yet, though.
Maybe.
I use DuckDuckGo, to be fair, Matt, but
I got a bunch of blogs, stuff straight from history.com, Smithsonian
they
magazines.
don't talk about that. All they talk about is his death ray.
This one says that Tesla claimed that he could see the past, present, and future all at the same time. I'm just getting into
That
this
he
article,
could
though.
see.
So
That just makes him sound schizophrenia.
Yeah, here's some
maybe he was.
a YouTube video, the time machine Nikola Tesla. Here's a Tesla time machine bull versus bear video. How President Trump is connected to Tesla and his time machine.
There we go.
Well-
That's what we want to talk about. So Tesla, what?
Well, you know how they're connected, right?
Yes.
Trump and Tesla?
So when Tesla died, to get all his technology, they didn't want the technology to fall into the hands of United States enemies, because obviously, like I said, the dude was one screw loose from destroying the world, and if somebody else got their hands on a death ray or these explosives or anything like
Earthquake
that,
machine, tidal wave machine.
they could fuck shit up. So the CIA goes in there.
Geoengineering is all about now. That's how they control our weather.
That's a whole nother topic.
It's a Tesla thing, too.
That's a Texas
No, it's not a topic.
snowstorm.
It's just a fact.
That's a
So we can
Tesla
move on now.
snowstorm topic. So essentially, I don't even think it was the CIA group that came in. It was like the alien something group, is what they say. The alien collection group in the United States came in and collected all of Tesla shit. Yeah, no, I'm telling the story now.
FBI.
No, FBI didn't come in. It was a special unit that came in and like grabbed all of his stuff.
Yeah, like the FBI.
No, it wasn't just the FBI.
And then
You put a link in
an MIT scientist whose name was Mr. Trump,
No, John Trump,
John Trump,
which would have been Donald Trump's uncle. And
Yep.
he's one who collected everything. So that's where the time travel Trump conspiracy comes into play.
Whoa. This point doesn't sound like much of a conspiracy. So far, this is truths.
Yes, but what I'm about to say is where the conspiracy comes in.
Okay.
So John
This
Trump,
is the Office of Alien Property.
that's what it was. The Office of Alien Property collected the things. And
What
John,
the fuck is that?
well, it's
Is that
like
a real thing?
Yeah, it's like an office of alien property.
Okay, perfect. That makes me
To
perfect
sum it
sense.
up in
Yeah.
layman's terms.
Yeah.
And John Trump was a part of that. And the theory is that as they were collecting the items in Tesla's apartment or house or whatever, when he died, John Trump took some of it. And he took the time traveler in specific, or the technology for it. He created the time travel, or like utilized it, because in 1895, there's a book that came out called Baron Trump's like miraculous time travel or something along those lines, which all predicts essentially what's happened over the last however many years. Baron Trump he's got an Uncle Don, which uncle versus dad. Uncle Don, who's got a wife who is from not this country. She's a foreign wife. And
Pretty blanket
he's a real
statement.
estate mogul who's got political aspirations
Who wouldn't?
and lives on First Avenue, which was where the Trump Tower is
Pretty common
in
avenue.
New York.
Okay.
So essentially the theory is that John Trump took it, time traveled. They wrote this book back in 1895 about nowadays. Because a lot of things in that book
It doesn't
are
sound
time.
super far fetched right now. Like it sounds.
If
like
the time travel,
If you believe time traveling could be real,
yeah, the time travel equipment
could be real.
is real.
I don't buy it.
Which brings us into Sasquatch.
So, okay, wait. Before we get to Sam Squanch, this
It sounded like a derogatory term, even though I think
it's
you don't
another
mean it
Trailer
to.
Park Boys one.
The Sam
Oh,
Smith
is
is
it?
real. Oh yeah.
So we have Tesla in 1895 claiming that the magnetic fields are used
That's the
to
same,
bend space and time.
same year the book came out.
Yes. And also Tesla with the AC theory, alternating current creates magnetic fields constantly. That's what AC is. So Tesla, after the AC theory debacle versus DC, coming out and saying that manipulation of magnetic fields is a key to time travel is kind of clicking sense to my electrical brain.
it is, but why isn't it?
What's the missing click that
Yeah,
goes?
why hasn't someone else been able to figure this out if he did it that long ago?
Because the motherfucker had like a 400 IQ.
Yeah, but Gage doesn't,
You know,
and it's clicking for him. So
I'm obsessed with it though, so I can
No,
look
but-
past my 7 IQ and speaking English and use that for understanding crazy shit. But also, never mind. I got more crackpot ideas. I should keep to myself.
But you did talk about time travel in the past,
Yep. Oh yeah.
so you think that's your destiny, and
I'm
So-
100% convinced.
Gage, have you ever heard of the Philadelphia project that he was part of? Tesla?
No, they did mention that though, that these magnetic fields led to a number of experiments that gave birth to the infamous Philadelphia project. Mostly considered a hoax, but what have you got about it?
Another conspiracy. So what I have an understanding of it, so this Philadelphia experiment, it was basically an experiment that was in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. And they basically took a destroyer and they made it a teleport to a different location.
Jesus.
And then when it reappeared in a new location, there was all of the seamen that were on the ship
Wait.
and
There must
officers.
have been a lot. Destroyers are pretty big, right?
Wait, who the fuck was on this ship?
So
Gage?
there was a lot of semen. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my god.
How long was Gage on this ship?
Basically, all the sailors, their bodies.
We're covered
We're
with
in-
Gage's semen.
He
No,
says semen, and you dummies
No,
fucking all
they,
perk up.
they were like welded to the walls of the ship.
Jesus Christ, semen's that
Dead?
strong?
or like alive.
It is.
Well, mine
sticky.
is. Yeah, especially when you're at sea.
And that's a basic conspiracy.
All right,
Which-
Matt. Question: Gorilla Glue or semen in your hair? Which one would you prefer?
Semen.
Okay.
You can wash it out. I get it.
So have you washed out semen from your hair before?
I played the fifth.
That's
Okay.
a fucking pretty
All
much
right.
So
yeah.
I was joking about the movie The Prestige earlier, but that is kind of the technology that they were using. It's kind of strange that he would use that technology to sell it to a magician and not for bigger reasons and stuff like that. But what they wanted was something that could transport you. What they got was something that duplicated you. So this person just kept duplicating himself and killing off the older version of himself.
Which is kind of
Continuously.
funny.
Oh, kind of like Joe Biden and the Democrats doing.
Face off.
Long time ago,
Face off.
I watched a documentary on, the M1 Abram, the tank.
Yeah. Pretty familiar
are-
with it.
They're designing a tank that can go invisible.
Oh yeah, I've heard technology like that before. I saw it in the Avengers actually.
It's just reflective.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in this now. I want to watch. I saw there was a history television series about him. So
He's
I wanted
actually
to-
really interesting, and unfortunately, I'm a shitty narrator, so
But
You're doing
piqued
good
my
enough.
Interest.
Yeah, you're piquing people's interest, Patches. That's
You
all you
said
got to do.
semen, and you got 3 people to stand up in a room together. So,
But Gage was above it,
nah, he was actually underneath it.
covered in it.
All right, there we go. Which again brings us to Sasquatch. Do you believe that Sasquatch is more of a time travel creature? The knocking is actually them entering the portal and using technology like time travel from the future to come back and visit us?
no.
Okay, well,
But I do believe in
that
Sasquatches.
concludes this podcast.
I do believe in Sasquatches, though.
Oh yeah, Sasquatch is real.
Oh, yeah.
There's a movie made about the Philadelphia experiment. Came out in 1984. Have you checked that out yet?
Betcha that's fucking horrible.
No, I haven't.
Nothing more fun than watching a fucking 1984 movie.
I don't know. Star made us do it. Total Recall.
I mean,
That was your
Scott, you
pick.
don't watch half the movies.
I
That
didn't
was
say-
your pick.
I didn't pick Total Recall.
You're mad. Scott doesn't even
That's
watch
giving him
half the
fucking
movies.
That's
credit
fair.
too.
Scott, you picked Total Recall?
Fuck yeah, I picked Total Recall. Go through the goddamn movie list and I'll tell you if I watched it or not. We'll see if Matt's right.
No.
No, hey, he didn't
No.
watch any of them, man.
Hubie Halloween, yes.
Did he though? He gave it a high score. I don't think he watched it.
I really don't think you watched.
I watched the
either.
shit out of it. That's my hall pass Adam Sandler in that movie.
Big Fish, you didn't cry, so you didn't watch it.
Yes, I did. I did
You
not.
cried? You cried? You admitted it.
No, I watched it. I didn't cry.
You just admitted you want to bang Adam Sandler too.
I was trying to slide that under the ring.
You guys just looking at each other like, no one's gonna say that.
Patches, who's your hall pass? If you could get anyone,
Any guy.
anyone.
What?
Your celebrity
Who's your
hall pass.
I guess
And who's your man
Oh,
crush?
like
Is it
my
Tesla?
man crush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Tesla.
no,
Elon or Nikola?
no, no,
Bruce Jenner?
no.
no Caitlyn.
Does it have to be from this time period? I guess
No, it can be from whenever.
Hall pass for you.
I mean, if you're into necrophilia,
Like
whatever.
he said Adam Sandler via Hubie Halloween. So if you wanted Adam Sandler in
the
Happy
Waterboy.
Gilmore, then that's the version that you're.
No. Just Adam Sandler, period.
You said Adam Sandler in that movie is my
Alright.
hall pass.
No, I did not.
You did too. It's on
I'll
tape.
I'll stay on your level. Johnny Depp.
Captain,
Be careful.
Captain Jack Sparrow,
He
or
can be abusive, according to Amber.
Maybe Matt's into that. Gage's Rage?
that's good for me. Stars or Patch's answer suffices.
Brandon?
After hearing Star's take on Scooby Doo, I mean, that whole series has got me going.
That's fair. Star?
Ryan Reynolds or Justin Timberlake.
I could see,
You
yeah,
JT.
you're a JT guy.
It's JT. Don't
For
even
sure.
add Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he's just in there because he's a heartthrob.
They're both are.
Ryan Gosling. All right.
The Gage?
I just watch
Back
Crazy
to me.
Stupid Love.
Dude, I'm thinking Magic Matt. Not Matt, Magic Mike, you know?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum?
Yep. Give me
He's
Channing.
funny in the Jump Street movies.
Yeah, he is.
All right,
else
well,
is he
sounds
in?
good. We're gonna DM
I was
all
more
these
thinking of
guys.
The Vow.
Should I try and buy some
You
influence
would like
from these
the
guys?
Val.
Just say you are our celebrity hall passes. if we were,
Channing Tatum, Ryan Reynolds, at Scooby Doo.
If my wife allowed me one gay night, Ryan Gosling.
That's fair. That's fair. If my wife allowed me.
even
Are you
after
notebooking?
watching him
Yeah,
get
it-
smoked in Remember the Titans, it's a complete liability
You saw
to
that
that
and
defense,
you're like,
and you're
licking your
still all
lips?
into it.
That's what you want?
I've recognized him in Remember the Titans and remember him in more recent movies.
Like The
Yeah.
Notebook. Yeah, you loved him in The Notebook.
Or what's that
He was
crazy,
good.
sexy,
Stupid Love?
Crazy Stupid
That's,
Love.
I just watched that on Saturday. I like
Yeah.
that movie a lot. It's a good movie.
Now I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
That's you. I'm saving that for Patches.
Wow. All right, guys.
We're gonna have to learn some more about this. So that
No, we
next
got
time-
2 more questions for Patches before we sign off.
All right.
Brandon has a question,
Question
for Matt.
for you. Yep.
Oh,
I know what question you're gonna put me on the spot here. I
I
haven't-
gave
had
you
fucking
2.5
3
hours to
hours,
think of one.
I completely okay, Matt.
All right, we'll ask Matt the first one first, and you think about it.
All right.
Matt, when a podcast like The Butthole asks you to come on, what is your first thought?
how intimidating!
Well, I
don't
suppose
know.
you come from a different avenue than most people we have on because you're a super fan first, guest
Yeah.
second.
It's kind of excitement and nervousness at the same time.
That's fair.
Very
especially
fair.
when your host asks you to come on and they don't help you out
What do you
more
tell?
than
What?
8 hours prior to. Oh, are you ready for tonight?
If you were prepared,
Brandon.
we could have. Yeah, we could have.
That's how the butthole rolls.
Hang on, baby. We
Wait,
going
so we're just gonna like wing it? Well, let's see what happens.
in. There's
There's a big
Winging it
difference
and
between
see what
winging it
happens.
and seeing what happens.
Now
Let's see what happens.
All right, Matt.
No, it was fun. It was fun.
good answer. Good answer. Brandon.
That's the best answer. So, Matt, I have a serious question for you. All right. Marry, fuck, kill.
Oh, Guild.
Okay. Scar from The Lion King. Gru from Despicable Me series. And The Grinch.
Who's Gru? Is he the weird fucking
It's
tall
Scott.
guy? With
It's Scott,
skinny
basically
legs?
in cartoon
Yeah,
form.
skinny legs, villain.
I don't have skinny legs. I got fucking thunder thighs, bitch.
You're bald with a big nose.
Big
That's
ass
fair.
nose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, fine.
fuck.
Sorry, you don't know who Gru is. Ursula, not in the attractive form,
You just
Scar.
took his best one away from him.
and the Grinch.
No, keep
Wait,
Gru.
you said Star?
Now there's actually a
Ursula?
female choice.
Fine,
And
Gru.
Gru.
You're back to Gru.
Okay,
Gru?
so back to the original ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And no, you can't just fuck them all.
Well, I mean, you could, but you gotta fuck
Then
one,
you
then
gotta
marry him,
marry
fuck one,
one
then
and kill
kill him.
one.
Or kill him and fuck him. I mean, whatever you're into.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck Scar, aren't you?
I'm gonna. Oh fuck.
That wasn't a no.
You know what? I'm gonna fuck the Grinch, marry Groot, and kill Scar.
You think you can kill Scar?
You want to
It
know
wasn't
something?
a matter of whether he could or not.
okay.
Simba did.
Damn, he's got a point.
No. Oh yeah, Simba did.
Simba
You
did.
thought it was Mufasa!
I was like, the dad didn't kill him.
It's his brother.
I was going to say good choice not going with bestiality, but I don't know what the Grinch is.
That's what I was thinking. But he is
He's
a
a who.
who
From Whoville.
Whovian or
So it's
whatever.
just a,
Definitely
it's
not
just
a
a
who.
made-up thing.
He's a Whovian.
Well,
Good answer.
Wait,
I
Patches,
don't
are
know.
you in a hotel room tonight?
I am.
Nice. What part of the world are you
well,
in?
you know he travels for work.
Yeah.
Gage, what do
Nobody
you do
works
for
for
work?
a living.
I'm in Sioux City, and I'll be in Utah next week.
Oh, sounds like I'd rather be unemployed.
Well,
Hey, it looks like unemployment's stressing you out. You kind of got some balding going on, Gage.
you can't see that with the hat.
I saw him lift his hat earlier.
He's got the X-ray vision, dog.
Oh yeah, I
Aw,
got the Tesla camera.
The widow's peak is in style nowadays.
Dude, I just look like Vegeta.
You look.
All right, guys. Well, if you're even more confused, if you're even more confused about Nikola Tesla before we started this podcast, you're not alone. We'll have to dive into this a little bit more and get down to the nitty-gritty time travel details.
Yep.
Because there's some.
And
But-
the Cabal.
With that, Matt, don't think about the Grinch, and
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it. It's a good time.
Yes, thank you, Patches.
Gripping stuff you gave us there. We'll sign off, and you can go jerk off.
Bye.
Save the children.
Check out our website, www.officialbutthole.com. We're on all socials at officialbutthole. Please leave us a rating and review on Apple Music, and we'll see you next time.
You guys are some douches.
Is that a new closer? No, I
the
just
same one.
don't listen to him.
don't make it that far.
What? You guys.